Been enjoying every testimony, every word from God. It's encouraging to my life, and I thank God for being so good to me. It's enjoying what Sister Erica's talking about. Things happening yesterday and today. God is a today God is a now God. You know, Jesus Christ the same yesterday and today and forever. Let me tell you a little bit about yesterday.
Go ahead, brother.
About 10 years ago, my family was called into the hospital to my grandmother's her behalf. She was dying. She was in the hospital. They called me in from work, and all the family had gathered there, and I went to the hospital, and they were slowly saying their goodbyes, you know, saying, you know, she's going to be passing any time, you know. They're basically just giving her up to go and want everybody to make their peace, you know. Well, anyway, I was sitting there in the waiting room, and it just seemed so strange to me. It's like I could feel faith build up in me, and I just said, I just believe it. You know, I believe God. And I told my sister right beside me, I said, I just don't think she's going to die. I don't think they're wrong. I think she's going to be okay.
Go ahead.
And,
Tell us about being there. Go ahead.
And anyway, you know, everybody's just all crying and everything. And then it was finally my time to go see her, you know, and visit her in her room. And she was out of her mind, you know, but her daughters were there standing beside her. And I just went and prayed for her and asked God to raise her up and lift her up off the deathbed, you know.
Come on.
Well, anyway, I prayed for her and I felt peace, and I started walking out the door. My grandmother raised up out of her bed. And she says, I love you, Dallas. Thank you for praying for me.
Tell us about yesterday. Go ahead.
Jesus heals.
Yes,
I thank God that was yesterday. Let me tell you about today. Just a few months ago, my daddy had cancer in his body. He had cancer in his body. They wanted surgery and they took out
Go ahead.
this cancer out of his stomach. They had to take part of his intestine, part of his stomach, but they had to get this tumor out. When they got it out, you know, they still had to take out other lymph nodes to find out, you know, to see if he had any more cancer. And they found out that he did have more cancer. And they were going to schedule him a couple more weeks to come back in and start chemotherapy to get rid of this. But you know, I didn't want my dad to suffer through all that chemo. And you know, Jesus is a healer, and He's proven Himself to me so many times. I said, Daddy, don't go through that. Let's just believe God and pray. We got to even take these herbs, you know, some of these herbs that I found out about, and you know, just believe God to touch you. And so he said, okay, you know, he wasn't going to go through with it. And a couple weeks later, you know, he did all this, and a couple weeks later, they went back in. And they checked him out, didn't find no trace. Whatever you need, today Jesus is here for you. No matter what you're in need of, there is a Savior, there is a healer, there's a deliverer, and He still reigns on high, and He's a very present help in your time of trouble tonight. Let me tell you about forever. This is your future tonight. Let me tell you about it. Your brother got saved this year, and that's wonderful. That happened today. But let me tell you what, your brother's going to be saved too. That's forever. That's your future. Your son-in-law, Jesse, God's going to touch his life and bring him in. That's forever. That's our future.